don't start yet. Hey guys, it's Gabby.
All the girls on the block knocking at my door.
Hey guys, it's Gabby
And Jill.
and today we're going to be doing a story time.
This one's a little bit crazy, so stay tuned and let's just go ahead and get started.
Let me just give you an idea of how it all started. We were on a field trip with our entire grade to go tour the college that's nearest to us, and it's a huge college.
It's huge.
And keep in mind, there's about 200 kids.
More
in our
than
grade.
that. More than that.
More than that.
We all met on this big field and we had like little groups. So they weren't big, you couldn't really tell. They were like a group with 5 people in them. Ugh, it was terrible. So we all went to meet them. And then, so we were standing there with the group and we're talking to our good friend, Rin. And so then we just turned to each other and then we turned back. And
they're
they have vanished from our sight. We have no idea where they went, and we just followed a different teacher. We were told her, okay, we can't really find our group. We kind of lost them.
And
She's
let's
like-
just call her Miss M because we're not gonna say her name.
Yeah, and her name started with that. So anyway, we just left and we went, oh, that kind of looks like our group. Oh, wait, never mind, that's not our group. So we just keep following her to this dance thing.
And so then we do like this
The
fun Greek stepping thing, and we just kind of like hang out for a little bit, and then we all go to different stations at different times, so there's not over 200 kids just in one classroom. So after we're done with the dance thing, we walk over to this chemistry lab and we do a whole bunch of science experiments. And in that particular room, there was a teacher. Let's call her Miss
tampon,
because
she's mean. She is mean.
And so we were just like hanging out with our group, and Jill here has a allergy.
An allergy
No.
to tree nuts, and so Miss M was like, okay, my 2 adoptive girls, come here. And so I was
By
like,
the way, Miss M is like the
the
sweetest teacher
nicest,
ever.
she's the nicest person ever.
Yeah.
So we come with her, and then Miss Tampon's like, so first she said, I am very disappointed in you girls. And then later we were doing like this pump, so we put like gas into a box, and there was like a little cutout, and then you push it up and make vortexes. It's really cool. And so we're standing up to go to our next station with liquid nitrogen, and she's like, you girls should have stayed with your group. I am so disappointed in you. And I said, well, I'm sorry, I just got lost in all the commotion. She's like, well, you still should have followed them anyway. You were very irresponsible.
It's like people your age should not be getting lost now. You don't have your EpiPen, and that's not on. And that's not on me. And so after that, after we were done with that whole thing, we went on to the field that we kind of were after that.
Yeah,
to
eat lunch.
Yeah. And it was very, very cold.
It was freezing.
Very, very cold.
So
it
we-
was rainy and cold. And so we
the worst. I was gonna cry. I was like texting my mom because I had no one else to talk to besides you. And I was.
Anyway, so we found this nice little bench underneath the roof thing so that we didn't get all
It was
wet.
like next to the alleyway too, so
Yeah.
that wasn't a very good
It
idea.
wasn't like an alleyway, it was just kind of like a sidewalk. And then she, Miss M, or not Miss M, it was, wasn't it?
It was Miss M.
And then Miss M like told us not to sit there, so then we had to
Sit right in front of her. She was like, "Don't sit over there where I can't see you. You have to sit right here." I was like,
I feel like a whole bunch of teachers were just kind of like judging us after that.
"Yeah." And then so we went with Miss C's group. We're gonna call her Miss C. So we went with Miss C, and it was really confusing because we just kept switching off different groups. And
So after we got done with Miss C's group, we were walking back to our buses, and Miss wasn't there. After we were finished eating our lunch, it was time to take the rest of the tour. And after we finished that, we went back to the bus that we came on. And we were just kind of like walking to the sidewalk.
And these teachers were like, okay, don't forget to go to bus E, girls.
But
Bus
like
E.
it wasn't like the So after we were done eating, we took the rest of the tour of the college. We like saw the dorms and all this stuff. We saw the rec center and all that. And now it's time to head back to the bus that we came onto. And still our group that we had lost was not there yet. And these two teachers were like, okay, so there's a lot of buses lined up. And we were like walking down because our
So the
bus,
buses-
bus E, was like at the very last.
Yeah, so the buses were here and we were walking on a sidewalk.
And then there was like a couple, like maybe 5 teachers, no, like 3 teachers that were like lined up. And he was like, oh, Gabby Jill, are you Gabby Jill? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, make sure to go to bus E, girls, okay? I don't want any getting lost. And the teacher after that is like, oh, make sure that you get on the right bus. It's bus E, Gabby. And I was like,
I know. I'm not in preschool.
does news travel fast? I mean, we get it. The 2 girls that lost their group because they were irresponsible. So now
Well-
they think that we can't find our bus.
Well, our bus was busing. I'm pretty sure we can remember what bus we were on because the guy said, we'll put up a smiley face on our bus window so you guys will know which bus
Yeah.
we're on.
But
He was like the best bus driver.
it was cool. Alright guys, that's it for our story time.
So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a huge thumbs up.
And don't forget to subscribe by either clicking the link that's going to be on the screen somewhere or down below.
And also make sure to comment what video you want to see next week.
So I hope to see you next week or maybe even sooner if we post another video.
Yes.
Bye guys!